I haven't looked into it recently, but yeah, they've worked on it. It's just so unpredictable and dangerous. Yeah, you figure we're going to talk about weather forecasting in chapter 11, but it's like it's really hard to know where and when a thunderstorm is going to be, and that's where our lightning comes from. So I don't know. So one thing to keep in mind is there's different, broadly speaking, two types of lightning. The first type of lightning, called sheet lightning, we saw it in the video where kind of the whole cloud lights up. Okay, that's called sheet lightning. And actually, you're more likely to see that if the thunderstorm is far away, you're going to see that sheet lightning, the clouds light up. But 20% is the kind that actually can bring fatalities. And then just to remind you that when there is when we're having thunderstorms, the National Weather Service will not warn you about the thunderstorms. They won't warn you if there's lightning, even though that's what takes so many lives. Yeah, remember the only criteria to tip it into being an alert is if there is a certain, is it 58 miles per hour or faster wind and a certain size hail and known to spawn tornadoes. So lightning. So this actually says where are all the fatalities with regard to lightning. And I was looking at this the other day. I'm like, well, where's the golfers? And I'm like, wow, there's golfers down here. But actually, there's two golfers. Okay, two sets of, yeah. These 2% of all lightning fatalities are golfers who sought shelter. Okay, just didn't seek it in the right place. 6%. Your outdoors, people outdoors, whether it's outdoor sporting events, that's almost half. So this one down here, they say don't use your landline when it's lightning.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How frequently do people survive?
There's some. Have you heard? There's some weird stories about that. I don't know, but it's not unheard of that you get struck by lightning and you live to tell about it.
So you become like a superhero?
I don't know. Not that I know of. Only in science fiction movies. So let's take a look at this lightning safety right quick. Oh yeah, this isn't a video. This is actually just a National Weather Service. Oh no, it is a video. Yeah, she does a good job. We're really not going to get.
Before we moved into our house, we had it rewatched.
To kind of talk you through the whole discharge of electricity that is actually what we call lightning. It starts with the cloud, and of course lightning comes from cumulonimbus clouds, and cumulonimbus clouds have a lot of what we call vertical development. So we talked earlier in this chapter about the mature stage of a cumulonimbus, mature stage of a thunderstorm cell. You guys told me it has an updraft and a downdraft. And what I kind of liken that to is if you take a balloon and like rub it on your head, you can make static electricity. Basically, electrons are are being separated. And so that's actually what's happening kind of in the commotion within a cumulonimbus cloud in its mature stage, a thunderstorm cell. So basically you have a charge separation. So we have the lighter particles are ice crystals, and we talked about grapple. I don't know what unit was in, I think when we talked about hail. So grapple is just kind of ugly looking snow, like sometimes we get grapple that actually falls from the cloud. And I think grapple kind of looks like sleet to me. So anyway, it's heavier, it carries the negative charge. Now do you guys see it's a subtle thing at the Earth's surface there? What's it doing there at the Earth's surface? What's this down here?
It's got positive charge.
It's got a positive charge. If you've ever heard of grounding something, a good ground actually has an infinite source of negative charges and actually an infinite way that it can take negative charges or positiveness. So the Earth is a great grounder. So what happens is the negative part of the cloud up here actually what we say induces a positive charge on the Earth's surface. So I've heard it.
So that wouldn't be a good place to ground?
Right, that would not be a good place to be around. I've heard it described if you are in the vicinity of lightning and your hair, the top of your head starts tingling. Okay, it's kind of like the balloon. Basically, you can have a static charge build up on you. That is crazy. the video we watched said you don't want to be the tallest thing around. And so I've heard, and actually, if you get on the balls of your feet and scrunch down, then you are shorter, okay? So, yeah.
I was gonna say, can't they just hit the deck? If they're in a big open
Flatten
area,
out.
they're like, hit the deck.
Yeah, you just never know when. You know, it's a little unpredictable, but
Cover yourself with rubber.
cover yourself with rubber. So I have a
Think
series.
There's random rubber everywhere.
Yeah,
Rubber tie.
kind of, yeah.
Take your tires off.
Just in case, oh my gosh. Rubber room, maybe? So this is the next figure for lightning. Notice that now we have electrons that are going basically from the bottom of the cloud down to the Earth's surface. So that flow of electrons is lightning. Now, it's a little more complicated than just kind of the initial flow, okay? Actually, there's a couple of steps, okay? Oftentimes, what looks like a single, did you miss?
Sorry.
Oftentimes, what looks like a single lightning stroke is actually we call it the lightning flash, is a series of strokes along the same location.
Wow.
So this was taken with a very fast camera. Okay.
Will you give us like double extra credit for you guys catching that up?
I'd enjoy the photo. So these, now C and D follow A and B, what we talked about kind of leading up to the discharge of lightning. Again, it's, well, basically what we see is it kind of going back and forth a little bit. But ultimately, like the slide says, maybe it's on the next slide, when there's no more charge separation within the cloud, that lightning stroke is done. So yeah, so finally in F, it's kind of done. Basically, there's kind of it lost its kind of charge separation within the cloud. Okay. I don't usually test over a lot of the details of lightning just because I think it's kind of confusing. Not the details, but more the general things. So here's some general things about lightning. Okay. So lightning, of course, with lightning is the electrons kind of going back and forth, okay, a little bit. But the thunder comes with the lightning. So the thunder is the audible part of lightning. And what creates thunder is basically with those electrons traveling, and if it's cloud to ground, which is only 20% of all lightning, those electrons create a lot of heat in that vicinity, and the heat heats up the air, and anytime you take a gas like air and heat it up, it will expand, and actually expands and literally relocates faster than the speed of sound. So it's a sonic boom. Yeah, it's going faster than sound.
Does there always have to be lightning and thunder, or can't you have thunder without lightning?
Can you have thunder without lightning? Yeah, they go together.
What?
They always go together. You can't have
One.
the audible part without the lightning bolt. And we're going to talk about this. If you see the lightning but you don't hear the thunder, odds are it's too far away. Yeah.
What about heat lightning? Does that happen?
That's on the next slide. Yeah.
Oh.
That's okay. Okay. So that's kind of the deal of it. So light from the lightning bolt travels faster than sound from the thunder. So there's actually, you can use that to your advantage to deduct how far away your lightning bolt is. And I looked it up, and there's a number of different numbers out there, but I go with the rule of 5. So basically, you count the delay between when you see it, should be right away, and when you hear it. The more the delay, that's because it's farther away. Okay? So if you count 10 seconds, for instance, you divide 10 by 5, and you get 2 miles. So it's 2 miles away. Okay? So I think you have a homework. The last homework for this chapter says, if there was a delay of 15 seconds between when you saw it and when you heard it, 15 divided by 5 is 3 miles away. All right, so some kind of different nuances of lightning. There is heat lightning, and it gets its name because usually they're like muggy summer nights. But all heat lightning is basically it's too far away for the sound to make it to you. It dissipates before the sound gets there. Can you get struck by heat lightning? I don't think so. You're looking at maybe 12 miles away or so, that's a good question. The heat lightning, check this, is usually sheet lightning though. Remember what sheet lightning is? That's the 80% of lightning that's within clouds. It's just higher up. So anyway.
That's just kind of like in perspective, like it wouldn't be heat lightning for someone 12 miles.
That's true. That's true. If you were to get in your car and go to where that event's occurring, that would not be heat lightning. That would be just regular lightning. Yep, you got it. And then there's some kind of nuances in the audible part, the thunder. So for instance, and you guys, like the ones that really creep you out, they go, you're like, oh my
They
gosh.
like shake your house.
Yes.
Yeah. I was babysitting my kids'
Yeah.
friends, and my kids don't get scared of thunderstorms,
Yeah.
but these kids did, and they were flipping out. I was like, it's a
What do you
storm.
do? It's okay. Yeah.
Really dogs you have to worry about.
Yeah, dogs. They can do a lot of
I
destruction
feel
when
like
they're afraid.
animals sense it way sooner than
Well,
the Weather
that's-
Channel. My cat gets all weird when the storm's coming, like she knows.
Your cat knows.
Uh-huh.
Dogs eat grass if it's gonna rain.
Ah. Yeah. So there's that one, and then there's the one, you ever heard this? They go, whoa, 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 whoa. Have you ever heard like it goes thunder and it goes, whoa, whoa, whoa? It like just kind of echoes. Okay, those are, yeah, probably farther away. And the reason they kind of do that sort of thing is because they're kind of echoing off of things. Yep. All right. Now on to tornadoes. So I'm going to play this video for you. Another video. Oops, I need this on.
Is that possible?
Active volcanoes. There are at least 1,500 active
One of our
volcanoes
most
in the world
devastating
right now,
elements is a
but no
tornado.
one knows how many are in
A supercharged rotating column of air that forms in the atmosphere and touches ground with catastrophic results. On May 3rd, 1999, at 7:25 p.m., the suburbs of Oklahoma City were hit by a